Okay.
Hi Anna, my name's Karen. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Thank you.
Okay. Just before we start the counselling session, I just need to run through a couple of things with you.
Mm-hmm.
One is confidentiality. So whatever you say in this room actually stays in this room.
Okay.
Broken is if you actually tell me that you're going to hurt yourself
Yep.
or hurt somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have to tell my supervisor about that situation. I can't let that keep going. Another one is if my notes are subpoenaed by the court, I have to show them the notes of our case session. So it won't be all notes. It'll just be key notes of what we've been talking about because it's just way too much writing.
Yep.
Do you understand those terms of the conditions that we have here at the counselling service?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is there any questions that you would like to ask me?
No, I think it's clear.
Okay. How did you find the office today? Did you find it fairly easy to find?
Yeah, I've got maps in my car, so on my sat nav, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. And parking's a bit funny, but yeah, got there.
Oh, yeah, it is a bit funny out the front. That's why I don't park out there. I find it really, really hard to park there. Okay, Anna, can you tell me a little bit about why you've actually come to counselling today, please?
Yeah. Look, we emigrated here 30 years ago, family, and we're a very close family. And my son and daughter-in-law have just told me that they don't want to have children, and it's not part of our culture, and I'm just not happy with it. I want them to have children. I want them to continue what we've done, and I just don't get why they don't want to have children.
Right. Have you actually asked them why they don't want children?
Oh, well, they sort of come to the stage now where they just don't want to talk to me anymore, to be honest. But they just say that, that at the moment they're both got good careers and they just don't have time to have children. They just want to focus on their career and their life and have, when they're not working, to just have some fun and travel and do things with their friends, and they just don't want children. But, it's just not part of our culture. I just don't get it.
So, okay. So you're actually, your culture, you actually moved here, sorry. I lost train of thought for a second. So you actually moved here from Korea, was it? China?
Hong Kong.
I didn't catch Hong Kong. Sorry, I didn't catch what you said at the beginning. And you in Hong Kong, you had a large family back there before you?
Well, I moved over here. I mean, I've been here 30 years, so I moved over here as a child. But I've got 4 children, and I'm one of 7.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I just expect, my children to have children. It's just, what we do. We have a big family.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have more children.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just can't understand why they just don't want any children. I don't know whether it's her that stopped him, or I don't know. But
okay. So you were saying that you're not communicating with your son or daughter-in-law. Can you tell me a little bit about why?
Well, I tried to communicate with them. I said my son texts all day, but he's got to the stage where now he just doesn't even reply.
Okay, so 1 or 2 texts a day, or are we talking lots of texts?
Yeah, maybe a few more than 1 or 2, maybe. I don't know. I don't count them, but yeah, there's a few. I just get frustrated when he doesn't reply to me. I just keep messaging him again. Why can't he talk to me? Why can't he just respond somehow?
Yeah, and I can see that really hurts you not having the connection with your son.
Yeah, we've always been very close. I've always been very close with all of my children. And I just feel that he's just completely pulled away from me because he just won't talk to me about what's going on here. He's just refusing to tell me now. He's just I'm not talking to you about it
Do-
anymore.
Yeah. Do you think that's through the text messages or like what do you say to him in the text messages? Are you okay or?
Oh, well, I mean, I usually start off saying, have a good day at work and things like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I want him to talk to me about this, and he just won't. I message him and say, can we talk about this? Can we sit down and have a conversation? We did try to talk. I invited them over for dinner a couple of weeks ago, and him and his wife came over, and we just ended up having a big fight, and they both left.
And the fight was regarding them having children.
Yep.
Yeah. And they haven't explained to you why they don't want children.
Well, as I say, they've just said to me that, they're too busy focusing on their careers and traveling, want to travel and want to have fun, and they just don't see children as being part of that at the moment. And they won't even tell me if that's a plan later on, if they're going to change their mind or if it's just not going to happen. I don't know. This is what's frustrating me. They're not getting any younger. They should have had children by now.
So how old are they?
My son's 30 and his wife is 28.
28.
I'd had children by that point.
Yeah.
So, time's not on their side. They need to get moving.
Maybe we should organise a Skype session with them to see when they're available and see if we can find out at least what's going on their part. So then, because they've lost communication with you or don't want to communicate with you and you're very distraught over that, and I can see that it really hurts you, so I'd like to invite them into a Skype session.
Yeah.
So then they can be at home if they don't feel comfortable in the office. And we can try and organise a resolution for you and them to see what the outcome would be. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, yes. If they're not going to talk to me, it'd be good if they could talk to someone, and I know what's going on. I mean, yeah. Yep. Definitely.
Okay. So yeah, it'd be very hard coming from a large family and wanting the same for your children. But on the other hand, we don't know the circumstances of their situation apart from they are young and they want to travel and they work a lot. And I can see that hurts you very much because you want what you had when you were growing up. So you said that you only had 4 children, is that right?
I have 4. Yeah, I would have liked more, but just got to the stage where we kept trying and nothing happened. So unfortunately, I had to give up. I was very upset because I could only have the 4. I'd have loved to have had more. So they say I'm one of 7. So I would have loved to have more. So 4 to me is a family. So yeah.
Yeah, I understand big families. My husband's one of 11.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, obviously my son's not going to have 11 at this rate. Not even going to have 1.
All right. So can you write down if they have a Skype address or even a mobile or a phone, or see if you could bring them or I could bring them for you. See if we can get them into a Skype session and see if we can sort of like work something out. If I'm not qualified, I will actually hand the case over to someone who's more qualified in a family therapy situation. But we can definitely work out what the situation is there and see if we can help in any way here now. And then I can, give you numbers to a more in-depth family therapy.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you his number because there's probably no point in me for trying to get it because he's probably just going to ignore me.
Okay.
So I'll send him a message telling him to expect your call. But yeah, you'll probably get a reply before I do.
All right. So what we might do is just close this off for a minute because it's actually been recording as well, just so that we can look back on all the records and see how we go through the sessions and throughout the time of the counselling sessions with your son and see how we go. So what we might do is just stop the recording now. Yep. And I will go and contact your son. You're going to give him a text message to say that I'm going to call him and see if we can get him into a Skype session if he's not busy. Are
Okay.
you happy with that, Anna?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, not a problem. We'll stop this here now, and I'll go and contact your son and see if we can bring him in.
Thank you. I think it's paused.
Pardon?
I think it's paused.
Hang on, I'll just Oh, hey Michelle, you ready?
Why is this not doing it? Stop recording.
It's all right. All right, so we'll just stop talking for a minute and